I love to do techniques on my card projects that make people wonder, how did she do that? And I know that many of you love to send those cards to your loved ones as well. And you love that feeling when people ask, did you really make this? Or how did you do this? The technique I'm going to share today creates stunning results. Add some glimmer, but not glimmer that's going to fall off on your carpet. Think you're going to love it. Let's take a look at it. Here are two examples of the technique I am going to share with you here in just a moment. Now, we will be recreating the background for this card on the right, which I think turned out absolutely beautifully. The combination of the color and the texture and the sparkle, I think, is just stunning. I created this one on the right with an embossing folder called Painted Posies. Like I said, we will use this one in just a moment. Now, this one on the left, I created with another embossing folder. It is called Elegant Eucalyptus. If you're curious about what I use to decorate these, I use this Fond of Autumn bundle, which is a really neat new one. I really like the little banner with the greetings to go with it, but we have these beautiful flowers as well that I used on this one on the left. But really what is so eye-catching about both of these cards is that texture and the sparkle in the background. So let me share with you how to create these. What you're going to need is I like to use my silicone craft sheet to do the mixing of the embossing paste. This is kind of the base of what we need for this technique. Now you can use regular embossing paste, but what really makes this so beautiful is the shimmery white embossing paste. So I'm starting with some of this. I will mention this, if you try this embossing paste, I like to keep the packaging on top with mine or put some wax paper over here before I seal it closed. You want to keep these sealed really, really tight because you do not want them to dry out between uses. So I'm going to get a dollop of that, and you can use it just as the plain white if you want, but what makes it really fun is when you add some colors. So I am going to add some Highland Heather, and I am actually going to, let's add one there. I'm going to get a little bit more out of here. And we're going to make 3 little piles. Now, if you want all of your color to be mixed evenly, like I did on the green card, the color was basically even across this, then you can just mix it all up until all of that color is mixed really well into the paste. What I'm going to do for this one, because I want to recreate this look, like I said, is I'm going to have 3 different piles. We're going to have a darker one, a medium one, and a light one. And then I will attempt to blend them together on the piece of cardstock. So you want to get your paste mixed together. Now, if you're trying this for the first time, maybe you just want to go with plain white paste and not worry about the color. That is totally up to you. But prepare your colors on your silicone craft sheet. And then you're going to want to bring in the cardstock that you're going to emboss, as well as some scrap paper, because this does leave a little bit of mess behind. So what I'm going to do is spread, since I want the 3 colors, I'm going to spread them separate. Now, if you are just making it one color, you can spread it all over. You don't really have to worry about keeping them separate or getting the blending effect. Then I'll put the white up here at the top. I can blend this as much or as little as I want, but I'm not too worried about it. We'll just go over this, make it nice and even. And when you get to this point, you do want to work fairly quickly. Now, you don't have to rush, but you want to keep moving because this paste does dry fairly quickly. And if it dries to your folder, which I actually had that happen once, it creates a little bit of a mess. So I'm going to lay this inside my folder. And then, especially if you have smaller embossing folders, you want to lay this inside some scrap paper. Now, this is a bigger folder. I should have grabbed another piece of paper to lay this between, but I think I'll be okay. But if you have smaller folders, definitely make sure that whole folder is inside of some scrap paper because some of the extra is going to ooze out. Now, crank this through your embossing machine. And as soon as that comes out, you do want to go ahead and remove it from the folder, like I said, because it can dry. You don't want that to happen. So just remove it gently. And here you can see the results. So you want to clean up your folders quickly. So what you can do is either keep a bowl of water by your work table and drop this in, and then when you're done, you can go use a little scrub brush to get all the cracks and crevices cleaned out, or you can just run to a sink and clean it out right away. So I hope you enjoyed today's technique. I'll have links to all the products I used in the video description below. If you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope you'll be back again next time when I'll be here helping you to hand make with love.